I bring to you an author who is phenomenally successful, even credited by the #1 bestseller with the New York Times, who then, of course, went on her own journey practicing what she preaches by going from 178 pounds to 108. She maintained a diet center here in the city of Los Angeles where she catered to an international clientele, patrons such as Jack Nickelson, Jodie Foster, Maria Shriver, and then, of course, went on a journey in Beverly Hills with a prominent doctor to complete the new Beverly Hills lifelong Slim Hood program. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the author of the new Beverly Hills diet, the exciting, the complete, the invigorating Judy Mazel. Judy, welcome to the Let's Talk Success Show.
Well, it's just a pleasure to be here. I just hope I can live up to that wonderful introduction.
Well, obviously, Judy, because we have been brought together in this very, very unique way. Let me tell it, we already have. But getting into the mainstream of our discussion, and perhaps what I know our viewers would like to find out from you, please explain to us what conscious combining is.
Conscious combining is utilizing the digestive capabilities of our body to the maximum by putting foods together that digest together. You know, we eat in a particular fashion. We've been brought up to believe that we eat 3 square meals a day. We start breakfast, we have breakfast like a king. Dinner should be like a pauper. We have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know, you have your green vegetables, you have your starches, you have your protein, and you eat 3 of those a day. Well, when we came up with that way of eating, that was at the turn of the century when our medical and scientific community realized that our body needed a certain balance of nutrients, but had no idea how those nutrients were absorbed and assimilated, and how our body actually took what we consider food, you know, a bacon cheeseburger or a milkshake or eggs and toast, and turns it into what our body calls food, which is nutrients. We didn't know about enzymes. We didn't know that different foods didn't go together because at that particular point in our history, there wasn't a man by the name of Krebs who developed what is called the Krebs theory, which is all about digestion. And what in actual fact happens is, and what the reality is that the way we eat is diametrically opposed to the way our body digests foods. That when we eat what's called a balanced meal, it's totally imbalanced because our body's not being able to digest everything efficiently because our enzymes, there's protein enzymes, there's carbohydrate enzymes, and there are fat enzymes. They all work on different foods. They don't work simultaneously, and the presence of some negate the presence of others.
Okay, but now, Judy, on your journey, as you then accomplished the goal of moving from 178 to 108, I mean, were you introduced to this as you're moving along, or was it something that you stumbled into? How did it all derive?
I got interested in nutrition because I was a very unhealthy person. And I got interested in nutrition at a time when health food stores were the size of walk-in closets, you know, back in the 70s. And, you know, they were few and far between. And I, at that particular point in my life, had been diagnosed as incurably fat. I had a non-functioning thyroid and almost non-functioning pituitary. My adrenals were shot. I had been on diet pills for 20 years from the age of 9 to 29. And I was taking diet pills, diuretics, laxatives, mood equalizers, tranquilizers, mega doses of thyroid, all to maintain a weight of somewhere, well, it would depend, you know, on how social my life was and how many dinner dates I had. But basically, I fluctuated between 150 and 170. I got introduced into nutrition and thought, you know, maybe my problem isn't medical. Maybe vitamins will help. Maybe eating properly will help. And on the path of doing this, and in my looking for books, I found a little book called Food Combining Made Easy that was written by a natural hygienist, and it talked about digestion and how our body digests food. And I said, now wait a minute, I've lost a certain amount of weight by eating healthier,
Mm-hmm.
by eliminating a lot of the junk, but I'm still stuck. You know, I can't lose weight. And you know, it occurred to me as I sat there munching on a bag of cashews,
Okay.
looking at this little book in the health food store, and as I say, this was in the 70s, that perhaps if our body's not digesting food efficiently, isn't that going to make us fat? That fat is just a symptom of indigestion. You know, we think of indigestion as gas and heartburn, but if we broke things down efficiently, which is the first step of digestion, and it was absorbed and then metabolized and we eliminate the waste, no matter what we ate or how much we ate, we couldn't possibly get fat because there'd be nothing left over.
Now that makes perfect sense, Judy.